On June 27, 1973, Uruguayans awoke to a sight that would forever alter the course of their nation: tanks in the streets of Montevideo. The capital city, usually bustling with life, was now under the shadow of military might. This wasn't a parade or a celebration, but a chilling show of force, a stark reminder of the fragility of democracy. The tanks served as a silent threat, their presence heavy with unspoken implications. The military had seized control, orchestrating a coup that would dismantle the existing political order. This marked the end of decades of democratic governance, a period characterized by relative stability and freedom. The Parliament building, once a symbol of the people's voice, was now under siege. Uruguay was about to embark on a dark chapter, launching a 12-year dictatorship characterized by repression and the suppression of civil liberties. President Juan Maria Bordaberry, the elected leader of the nation, found himself at the center of this upheaval. Bordaberry, once the guardian of the Constitution and the democratic principles it enshrined, would soon betray his oath. He dissolved Parliament, effectively silencing the voices of the people and paving the way for authoritarian rule. Bordaberry then handed power to a military-backed Council of State, solidifying the military's grip on the country. This council became the de facto ruling body, bypassing all democratic institutions. The justification for this drastic action was restoring order, a common refrain used by authoritarian regimes to legitimize their power grabs. But for Uruguayans, it marked the moment the state turned against its own people, ushering in an era of fear and oppression. The coup was not a sudden event, but the culmination of years of mounting crisis, including economic instability and social unrest. It also reflected the military's growing influence in politics, as they increasingly saw themselves as the only force capable of saving the nation. This was not an outside invasion or foreign intervention, but an implosion from within. A collapse of the democratic system from its own internal contradictions. It represented a profound failure of political institutions, a breakdown in the ability of the government to address the nation's challenges. This failure stemmed from an inability to resolve deep-seated economic problems and the resulting social turmoil that gripped the country. The closure of Parliament signaled not just the end of democracy, but the suspension of the rule of law, the very foundation of a just society. With the coup came the loss of basic freedoms: freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, and the freedom to dissent. Overnight, Uruguay entered a period of fear and repression, a dark chapter in its history that would leave lasting scars. Dissent was not tolerated; it was crushed with brutal efficiency, silencing any opposition to the military regime. The state's power became absolute, unchecked by any legal or moral constraints, leading to